So in my personal opinion, I think it is incredibly important for every woman and every young lady to learn to guard their heart when it comes to dealing with men. Although there are genuine men in the world who were brought up and perhaps under God's protection, were cultivated to have a more genuine heart and good intentions for a long-term relationship, there are a lot of men, or I don't know if I want to say men, but they're males that really don't see women as people, but they see them as pleasure objects. You know, they have only one really focus, and that is to please men, to look nice, to do sexual things. And men, you know, these particular men or males, they don't really care about the person inside of who that woman is. You know, they just see them as an object. And so, although I really loved when ladies try to filter out who they want to respond to on social media or dating sites, or who they give their numbers to, and who they kind of filter out with who they want to actually spend time with on an actual date and things like that, I find that there are a lot of ladies that, because they don't have a proper standard in regards to what I'm going to say a healthy man is, it's really difficult for a woman to really differentiate between a healthy guy and somebody who's unhealthy. And there are a lot of ladies that really started off very optimistic about love, about romance, about life, and they're getting dragged in the mud for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, because they're trying to wait for one particular guy to get his life together. And realistically, you know, if someone values you and truly loves you, they're not going to be wasting your time, especially that long, for 1 or 2 decades, you know. But, you know, and there's ladies that get used, and it's they just kind of, you know, are brought up to think that these sexual experiences is life. That's what life's about. Is you're supposed to have these one-night stands. You're supposed to have these temporary moments of sex and moving in outside of marriage and all these things. And they have no idea what the standard is. And when a woman has a standard of what God actually desires and what a real, genuine, healthy relationship consists of, it's easy for her to say, no, thank you. The guy says, hey, let's have sex. Hey, let's go do these things. Hey, let's move in. She can say, oh, no, thank you. I'm actually looking for a relationship that's going to be healthy, that's a long-term relationship. No, thank you. Even if the guy is handsome, even if he's cute, or he has nice words, or he has nice body, or whatever else, if a woman is brought up to have a clear standard, she's not going to have to put up with that stuff, because she's going to know to cross, you know, draw the line in the sand and say, no, thank you. And so I think it's important that we share this and teach this to our nieces, our daughters. I told myself, you know, if I was to ever, you know, have the privilege of getting married and have a daughter, or even if I was to marry a woman who had daughters, I would teach them. I would teach them what to look out for, and what the standard is. Because when you don't have a standard, you're going to be another one of these ladies that you're bypassing genuine guys that actually would love you in a long-term relationship, and you can grow and you know, enjoy life with, and travel and build a home together and have a family. And instead, you know, you wouldn't have to deal with a man who's dragging you in the sand emotionally and physically and abusive, and he really does not care about you. And the way you know how a man cares, you know, or doesn't care, is his actions. It's not his words. Words can say something as well, but actions are the most important aspect of it. And so it's just something that we have to teach ladies to really grasp, and men as well. You know, we have to understand as well as men how to differentiate between a healthy woman and an unhealthy woman. But yeah, ladies have to know what the standard is, because most of the time, if I can tell by a woman's life and her history if she doesn't have a standard of what a man is, and it's usually her father didn't step up, or you know, stepfathers, and you know, guys in her life was always broken and they didn't really stand for anything. So it's usually there's no standard because there was no model. She doesn't know what a man is, so she has to almost experiment and go off what the movies say or her friends say. And a lot of times those movies and friends don't know what they're talking about either. Their lives don't reflect that either. So let's do that. Let's think about that, is help ladies grasp a healthy standard for what a relationship is. God bless you guys, and take care.